The following is a presentation of 4-Star Sports Media. Hey fans, did you know that 4-Star Sports Media now has a YouTube channel? You can catch exclusive content covering all things Memphis Tigers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Shows like The Point, and the only show on social media about the Arkansas Razorbacks that is purely fan-driven inside the Hog Pen. Plus other shows like The Hog Trough, the 4-Star Sports Show, and many more coming soon. So check them out today. Go on YouTube.com and search 4-Star Sports Media. Welcome to the 4-Star Sports Media College Football Pickem Show. Now, live from the BA Mask Studios, here is your host, from The Point, Wes Pruitt.
Hello, 4-Star Nation, and welcome to the Bowl edition of College Football Pickem. We started at week 1, fellas. We started preseason, actually. Now we are here. We are live right now. 4-Star Sports Media Facebook, 4-Star Sports Media YouTube, Inside the Hog Bin Facebook, and also we are live right now at 4star.live on the 4-Star Sports Radio Network. Thank you to everybody watching and listening. Guys, it's been a long football season. There's been some ups. There's been some downs. It's bowl season, and we're a little bit behind. There were some games that took place Friday and yesterday. We'll go over here in just a second. But, fellas, when you look at bowl season, let's start off like this. Give me your most surprising team from preseason talk to now that made a bowl this season. Willie B, I'll start with you.
Man, I guess if I'm looking at them just from what I'm seeing from what we've got coming up on the 20th moving forward, I guess I would roll with a team like Missouri, really. I mean, they played a little better this year than they did last year for sure, but I don't know, just seeing them in a bowl was kind of surprising. But I don't know, that was kind of, you put me on the spot. I wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, I forgot to throw y'all a curveball this week since it's bowl edition. Christian, I'll come to you next, man. What about you?
So going into the preseason, I didn't really have any like doubts on who would make a bowl, but as the season went on, I didn't think LSU would make a bowl game, but somehow they snuck in and got one. You know, got that sixth win at the very end of the year against a pretty good A&M team. So that was a little shocking to me. I did expect Arkansas to make a bowl game. I didn't think they'd get 8 wins necessarily, but yeah, LSU would be the team that the team that kind of shocked me.
Yeah, I agree. Especially, the way their season played out.
I mean, preseason, though, I thought they would do a lot better than that, obviously.
Yeah, true. Zach, what about you, man?
Man, I'd love to stay home and say Arkansas, but I'm going to go with the Florida Gators. I mean, the struggles they had this year, they got in. And when I say they got in by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah. Very true, very true. Nathan, what about you, man?
Nathan.
He's trying to unmute himself. Hold on a second.
What's that noise?
I don't know. Mine, I guess when you look preseason talk to now, I guess you would have to say Michigan for me. I mean, really, if we sit back and think about it, preseason, we were talking about will Jim Harbaugh even have a job? And now you look at him and
he's in the playoff.
He's in the playoffs and got a chance for a national championship. I mean, when you look at the job Jim Harbaugh did this year at Michigan, also, you look at a guy like Luke Fickell, same thing at Cincinnati, Who would have thought they would have done it 2 years in a row, have really good seasons like that? But I mean, back to Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh, I think, in Michigan was the job of the year, preseason to now. I mean, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. You know, who knew what would happen? And they beat Ohio State, and they're playing for a college football national championship, possibly. Nathan is back. Nathan, what about you, man? Give me your surprise team of the year to make a bowl game.
Not sure if anybody said it because I got cut out due to technical difficulties, but I'd say Clemson. Clemson struggled there at the beginning with a lot of teams throughout the season. I mean, they played awful this season, but I would have never guessed them to be still ranked in the top 25, let alone be in the in a bowl game. So that's a little bit of a shocker to me, guys.
Yeah, when you look at Clemson, I mean, really, guys, when you look at this football season as a whole, look at all the upsets that we had. Look at all the top 25 teams losing to teams that were unranked. Look at the D1 schools losing to the D3 and D2 and FCS schools. I mean, let's really sit back and think about it. This season, Alabama looked beatable. Clemson was vulnerable. I mean, this season really, I think, it's probably been one of the more exciting seasons that I can remember probably in my lifetime, in all honesty.
Wes, don't forget Ohio State got beat by Oregon.
Yes. I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, it's just when you look at the season, I mean, Tulsa getting beat by UC Davis at the beginning of the year, and Tulsa's in a bowl game.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's some things that have really gone on this season. Yeah, exactly. Michigan started the season unranked, and they're now playing for a possible national championship. Go ahead, Nathan.
I'm just saying, would anybody have pictured Michigan to be in the college football playoff at the beginning of the season? Would anybody have even just picked it?
No.
I mean, I did. We can go back and look through the footage at the beginning of the year. I called it. I said Michigan was going to beat Ohio State and possibly play for a national championship.
I actually did say they win the Big Ten.
Yeah, I mean, so, you know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but, you know, toot, dadgummit. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But, guys, we've had some exciting bowl games take place already this year. Let's run through, just to give those teams their due credit, let's run through and go through the bowl games that we missed. First off was the Bahamas Bowl. MTSU knocked off Toledo in a great game Friday afternoon. We had it going on the 85-inch screen at work. Up next was the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl. It's something. Look, man, these things got crazy names. Jimmy Kimmel's got his own effing bowl. We'll get there in a minute. Coastal Carolina knocked off Northern Illinois 47-41 in a very good football game as well. Up next was the Roofer.com Boca Raton Bowl. Western Kentucky knocked off App State. Surprising win for Western Kentucky. I was expecting App State to play a little tougher than that. 59-38.
Yeah, and about that game, Bailey Zappi surpassed Heisman Burrow.
Yes, he did. I was just getting ready to say that. Yep. 63 touchdowns this year on the season for Bailey Zappi. As a matter of fact, also, Bailey Zappi, coming out of high school, only had one offer, and that was from Sam Houston State.
Yep.
And look at him now, setting NCAA record. And
look, in this game against Appalachian State, he had 6 touchdowns for over 422 yards.
Dude is
App State's not a bad team.
No, and I tell you what, Western Kentucky is a nice little football team. Up next, we had the PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl. Fresno State knocked off UTEP. A nice football game yesterday afternoon. I was actually listening to it driving home from Fayetteville. Up next, we had the Independence Bowl right down the road from me in Shreveport, Louisiana, where UAB knocked off number 13 BYU 31-28. That was a hell of a game.
That was the biggest shock to me because
I was going to say that's a shock to me.
Because when me and Zach saw that bowl, like that BYU got matched up with UAB, I'm like, are you serious? And then they ended up beating them. So,
Yeah.
congrats to UAB, man. I did not expect that.
Yeah, Bill Clark has done an amazing job at UAB. I mean, let's not forget, guys, that football program was shut down in the past 10 years.
That football program's only been around for a couple of years. I mean,
they were shut down. I mean, they've been around for a long time because Memphis played them for years in Conference USA. But yeah,
what I'm saying is since the shutdown, they've only been back a couple of years.
Yeah, it's only been, and I mean, I may be wrong on this number, but I feel like it's only been 4 or 5 years. Up next, we had the Lending Tree Bowl where Liberty knocked off Eastern Michigan 56-20 last night. And you had the RL Carriers Bowl from down in New Orleans, the New Orleans Bowl, where number 23 Louisiana knocked off Marshall.
Did y'all see that?
21. Go ahead.
Did y'all see that cheap shot hit in that game?
No, I did not. Was it nasty?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean the dude called for a fair catch, and then the guy just absolutely
just destroyed him.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
And like he had to get carted off, I think. I don't know, man.
Jeez. And
anyway.
then, we also had the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl, because that makes all the sense in the world. Utah State won
to get his name on a
24.
bowl.
Yeah, he's everywhere. I mean, geez. Utah State won 24-13 over Oregon State. There was also the HBCU National Championship game, which is the Celebration Bowl, that was in Atlanta, and the score escapes me now. I know South Carolina State won. I believe it was 31-10 over Jackson State. I could be wrong on that score, but I do have some stats from that game. Jackson State was held to only 19 yards rushing the entire game, and South Carolina State's defense held them to only an average of 3 yards per play. So, I mean, there was a lot of hype coming into that game for Jackson State, and well noted. I mean, that team had a hell of a season. But South Carolina State got the win and got the HBCU National Championship, so congratulations to them.
Although Florida A&M claimed it.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, they didn't play in the freaking game, so you can't claim it. That's how I feel about that.
They're following UCF's footsteps from a couple of years ago.
I mean, UCF had a better claim than them. But anyway.
Yeah, they went undefeated.
Right.
Florida A&M went 9-3.
Yep. All right, fellas. We've got some bowl games coming up tomorrow. The first one is the Myrtle Beach Bowl presented to you by Tax Act. Old Dominion coming in at 6-6 against that Tulsa team I was talking about just a few minutes ago. Comes in at 6-6. This game will be on at 1:30 tomorrow on ESPN. Guys, I'm going to take Tulsa to get their 7th win of the season. Christian, what about you, man?
Yeah, I think Tulsa, they showed a lot of heart this year. They played some good teams. I think they played Ohio State pretty well. I know they beat Memphis, which was a shock to me. So based on that alone, I got to go with Tulsa, man.
All right. Zach, what about you, man?
There's a hurricane of ruin. Tulsa Hurricane.
All right, he's going to take Tulsa. Willie B, what about you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going to roll with Tulsa in this one too. They're playing really well. I mean, they won 3 straight to finish up the year. So, I mean, I think they're kind of going to roll with that, and I think they can cover that 8.5 points too.
Yeah. Nate, what about you, man?
Yeah, I'm going with Tulsa in this one, no doubt.
Okay. All right. Up next, we've got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Kent State comes in at 7-6. Wyoming comes in at 6-6. 2:30 on ESPN. Wyoming's 3-point favorite. Willie B, we'll start with you, buddy. Wyoming or Kent State?
I'm going to roll with Wyoming in this one.
All right. Zach, what about you, man?
Give me Wyoming. This one's a crapshoot, so I'm going to take Wyoming.
Okay. Christian, what about you?
Yeah, I've got Wyoming. I think they're just a more solid program than Kent State. When I think of Wyoming, I think of, nothing really comes to mind other than their football team, really, because, I mean, they're pretty notorious for having a pretty good football team every now and then. So when I think of Kent State, I think of baseball. So I'm gonna go with Wyoming here.
Okay. All right. Nathan, what about you, man?
Yeah, in this game, I'm going to go with, you know what? I'm going with Kent State.
Okay. All right.
think
I'm going
Kent
to
State
take
will
Kent
win.
State as well in this game. The Golden Flashes from Kent State, I think, will get the win. Up next, we got the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. UTSA, hotter than fish grease, coming in at 12-1. Going against number 24 ranked San Diego State. The Fighting Brady Hoax. If y'all remember him, the old Michigan coach is now the coach at San Diego State. Tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. A close one, just a 1.5 point favorite for San Diego State. Give me the Roadrunners to get the win and get their 13th on the year. Willie B, what about you, man?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I think that one being in Frisco, I mean, it's in Texas. You know, not that it's necessarily a home game, but I do expect UTSA fans to show up for that one, especially considering, you know, they kind of got blown out in their conference championship. And I expect them to pull this one out and win this game.
Completely agree. Nathan, what about you, man?
Yeah, in this game, that's going to be a tough one. It's going to be close, but give me UTSA in this one.
All right. So far, 2 for UTSA. What about you, Zach?
Oh man, I want to go with the favorite, but I'm not going to, because I'm gonna tell you why. Jeff Traylor and that coaching staff over there has got this UTSA team rolling right now. So give me the Roadrunners. Beat.
All right, Christian, what about you, man?
Man, you stole my thing there. I was gonna do the beat. UTSA.
I mean, you can still do it.
Beat.
All right, that was
Mine was better.
Holy shit! All right, I'm gonna have to go back, and I'm gonna have to go
Christian's was
do
definitely
some
better.
I'm gonna do some clipping on that one. That's gonna go in a. That's gonna go.
Mine was better.
Holy! Can you do it one more time, Christian? Who are you taking?
Beat.
Holy cow, that was good, man. That was good. All right, up next, we've got the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Missouri comes in at 6-6. Army comes in at 8-4 tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on ESPN. I'm going to take Army in this game because I feel like that Army offense is just tough to stop, and they're prolific at it, fellas. Now, Navy did scheme against them really, really well in that Army-Navy game, just to give Navy credit where it needs to be. But I'm going to take Army in this game. Will, what about you, man?
Yeah, I've got Army winning this one. That it really did surprise me in that Army-Navy game. I didn't expect that at all, just based on how Navy's season had gone to that point. But that's always an emotional game. But yeah, I see this. I mean, you know, how can Army not win in the Armed Forces Bowl anyways? I mean, that's just kind of a symbolic thing in and of itself. But I do have them as my pick to win.
Also, guys, breaking news: former Auburn quarterback Bo Nix is transferring to Oregon. New Ducks offensive coordinator Kenny Dillingham worked at Oregon in 2019 as the offensive coordinator, and this is a huge move to start Dan Lanning's tenure there. That is a direct quote tweet from Pete Thamel at Yahoo Sports.
Holy crap! Well, I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Just to break a little news here, but I completely agree. Will Army really needs to win the Armed Forces Bowl. Zach, what about you, man?
Well, this one's an easy pick. Go Army, baby!
All right. Nathan, what about you?
Yeah, I hate to pick against the SEC because I know each bowl win a little bit of the money goes to SEC, but I can't go.
Y'all got enough money coming in between Alabama and Georgia. Anybody's trying to hear that. Go ahead.
That's what I was about to say. There's enough money coming in. So give me Army. Go Army.
Okay. All right. Christian, what about you, man?
I think Missouri gets the win. I think Tyler Beatty's going to run all over Army, man. He's really good.
Okay. All right. Most definitely, guys. Hey, thank you to everybody watching and listening right now. Watching currently on 4-Star Sports Media, Facebook, YouTube. Also, everybody watching over on Inside the Hog Pen with Razorback Zach. A show right here on our network at 4-Star Sports Media. And also, we're live right now on the 4-Star Sports Radio Network at 4star.live. So thank you to everybody listening there as well. We appreciate all of our supporters, listeners, viewers. You guys make it all worth it, man. We put a lot of time and effort into this stuff, and you guys make it all so nice. But Josh Wilbanks, thanks for watching. Yeah, guys. Christian, I mean, Tyler Beatty is nice, very nice player. I like Eli Drinkwitz. A lot of folks really kind of crap on him as a coach, but I actually like the guy. I think he's a pretty good coach, actually.
Here's my issue with Drink.
He's from Arkansas, but he's a douchebag. I don't like
Here's
him.
my issue. Yeah, he is. Because here's the thing, and this is why I don't like Drinkwitz. All right. The man used the same introductory speech at Missouri that he did where he came from. He literally stood in front of him at App State, and he literally said, we're going to go out and we're going to win the Sun Belt. The man didn't even know what conference he was in.
This is true, man. This is true. All right, guys, up next, we got the Frisco Football Classic presented by Ryan. I don't know who Ryan is, but he's presenting the Frisco Football Classic between North Texas coming in at 6-6 and Miami of Ohio, where your boy Ben Roethlisberger chunked it back in the day, coming in at 6-6, the 23rd at 2:30 on ESPN. I'm going to take North Texas in this game. Christian, what about you?
Yeah, I like North Texas. I believe they beat UTSA this year, didn't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe they did. Yes.
Gave them their only loss of the year. So, I mean, I got North Texas.
All right. Willie B, what about you, man?
Yeah, I'm right there with Christian. They were the team that gave UTSA their only loss of the season in the conference championship. Really surprised me in that game, honestly. Playing in Texas too. I mean, it's funny how a lot of these games end up like that, but it is what it is. But yeah, I expect them to pull it out. They're the underdog by the card, so I would take that 3 points as well.
All right, Nathan, what about you, man?
Yeah, so in this game, I'm going to go with North Texas. Basically, how they played against UTSA, and I hope it wasn't a fluke or anything. So give me North Texas.
All right, Zach, what about you?
As much as I hate to pick against North Texas because of what they did to Arkansas a few years back, give me North Texas. They legitimately handed UTSA, just like everybody said, their first loss. So I don't think it's a fluke, Nate. I really don't. I think North Texas is going to be a force to be reckoned with in their conference coming up next year. So give me North Texas.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, that CUSA conference, it's growing. I mean, now, look at who they're bringing in. I mean, they lost some teams, but they're bringing some teams in. That CUSA conference is going to be fun to watch.
And one thing I noticed when I actually was at that game, unfortunately, and there's a lot of North Texas fans in Fayetteville, in the Fayetteville area.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically Dallas, Denton, Texas. I mean, so it's not a far piece. There's a lot of Arkansas students that come from Texas as well. Up next, we got the Union Home Mortgage Gasparillo Bowl between 8-4 Central Florida and 6-6 Florida. Florida is a 6.5-point favorite in this game. This game will be played on the 23rd at 6 p.m. on ESPN. Give me the Fighting Gus Malzahn's to get the win in this one, guys, over the Florida Gators. But I will say this. I think out of all the hires, and this may shock some people, out of all the hires, the Billy Napier hire at Florida will turn out to be the best. Will, what about you?
Yeah, I could. I agree with you on that Billy Napier hire. I like that one. But yeah, in this game, I'm pulling for the Gus bus to keep rolling. It's the Battle of Central Florida. You got the folks from Gainesville and the folks from over there in Central Florida headed over to Tampa. So I'll take the 6.5, and I'll take Central Florida.
All right. Christian, what about you?
Yeah, if it's any other year, I'm probably going with Florida. But this is not a very good Florida team. I know they beat Florida State at the end of the year, but that's not saying a whole lot. UCF, don't get me wrong, they're not an amazing team or nothing like that, but they're good enough to beat Florida, I think. So yeah, I'm going with Florida. I mean UCF.
You going with Florida or UCF? You said both.
I said UCF.
Okay. All right. I mean, you really didn't sound sure there. Zach, what about
I'm not.
you,
If you want to be honest, if you want me to be honest, I'm not very sure.
Zach, what about you?
That's a tough game to pick, really.
I'm trying to decipher Christian's pick, but that's beyond the point. I want to pick with the SEC. I really do. Florida just ain't got it. There's Billy Napier's not coaching this one. He's not coaching until next year, right?
Yeah, no. None of the coaches are coaching in the new bowl game. I don't understand why fans are like, is this player playing the bowl game? No, he's just now getting his shoe sized. Like, no. Like, what the hell kind of question is that?
I didn't think so. I just to clarify that. Give me the Fighting Gussies.
All right. Nate?
Yeah, give me this is gonna be easy. Give me the Gus Bus wearing the vest. Give me UCF in this one. Florida, they got too much going on over there, including both their quarterbacks are transferring. It's just it's a crap show over there in Florida right now in Gainesville. So hopefully,
there's a lot of bad.
Hey,
bad
Wes, we've got a little bit more breaking news, especially for Arkansas fans. As everybody knows, we talked about it earlier today with me and Christian. Trey Williams arrested for a DWI. He has declared for the NFL draft and will not play for Arkansas in the Outback Bowl.
I didn't realize he got a DWI. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Up next, not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve at 7 p.m. Memphis takes a trip to Hawaii to take on the Hawaii Rainbows at 6 and 7. Tigers come in at 6 and 6. This game will be at 7 p.m. It is the easy post Hawaii Bowl. I'm going to take Memphis in this game. I think Memphis is the better team. You look at the recruiting that the Tigers did this year, the way Silverfield just kind of went and picked from JUCO, picked from this, picked from that, really did a great job getting guys that fit this team and fit this style of play that Memphis wants to run. And I think we're going to go down there and absolutely annihilate Hawaii, to be honest with you. Give me Memphis in this game big, and we're an 8.5-point favorite, by the way. Christian, I'll come to you next.
Yeah, I mean, Hawaii's always kind of a sneaky team. You don't really know what you're going to get out of them, but I just think Memphis, their size and their speed, it's just better than Hawaii's. And I think they'll be able to do pretty much what they want against Hawaii. But I mean, the fact that it is in Hawaii, I don't know how much of an advantage Hawaii will have. I think it might play a little bit of a factor in the game. I think they'll be able to keep it somewhat competitive, at least for most of the game. But I've got Memphis by at least 2 touchdowns.
Okay. All right. Nathan, what about you?
Yeah, so we talked about this game on the point. I made my prediction on this, saying Memphis was going to win, and here's why. I know Calvin Austin has already opted out, and he'll be going for the draft. But Memphis has already played a few games with that when Calvin Austin went down, and they still outperformed. So give me Memphis beating Hawaii.
All right. Zach, what about you, man?
Memphis kind of scared us toward the middle of the season. I mean, losses to Tulsa, losses to Navy. You kind of didn't know where this Memphis team was going to sit.
We beat Navy.
So, you did beat Navy. Who was the other? There was a 3-game skid.
Lost to Temple, lost to UTSA, lost to Tulsa. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Give me the Tigers. I don't like this being the Hawaii Bowl, playing Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl. I don't like that. It's like playing the Super Bowl in your home stadium. But give me the Memphis Tigers.
Yeah, and speaking of Hawaii, I hope I'm not taking anything from what Will's getting ready to say, but they lost their quarterback, lost their running back, lost their wide receiver to opting out, and then also Todd Graham is their head coach, and there's a lot of players on this team that want him out as the head coach, like yesterday.
Why are players at Hawaii opting out?
Because there's issues. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's issues with Todd Graham.
It's not because they're going to the NFL.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not trying to say he's an Urban Meyer type of guy, but he may be an Urban Meyer type of guy, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, Will, what about you?
Yeah, I got Memphis winning. I don't know about how the time change or anything like that will affect them. I don't know how it would with Memphis because they'll be obviously gaining a few hours. Hawaii is catching 8.5 points. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't watched enough of their games because they're typically so late in the evening. I don't really get a chance to stay up and watch them. But I feel like 8.5 is a lot, and I don't know why I feel that way. But I would feel tempted to take the 8.5, but take Memphis as the winner and just bet that it's going to be a shootout between both teams.
Okay, all right, fellas. We got a lot of bowl games left to go here. Up next, we got the Texas Camellia Bowl. Georgia State 7-5, Ball State 6-6. Let's just kind of run through these. Georgia State, Ball State. I'll take Georgia State in this game. Will, what about you?
I've got Georgia State, and I'll take them covering that -5.
Okay, Zach.
Georgia State.
All right, Christian.
Ball State.
Ooh, Nathan.
Georgia State.
All right. Up next, we got the Quick Lane Bowl. Western Michigan 7-5. Nevada coming in at 8-4. Nevada's quarterback also just opted out. Western Michigan is a 6-point favorite. This game will take place on the 27th at 10 a.m. Give me Nevada in this one. Will, what about you?
I got Western Michigan.
Okay. All right. Zach?
Give me Western Michigan.
Okay. Nathan?
Yeah, give me Western Michigan in this one.
All right. Christian?
Yeah, I got Western Michigan simply because they somehow beat Pittsburgh.
True. Up next, we got the Military Bowl presented by Raton. Boston College 6-6, East Carolina 7-5. Boston College is a 3-point favorite. Give me East Carolina and to get the win in this game. Will?
I got BC winning this one.
All right, Nathan.
Yeah, give me in this one. You know what? Give me East Carolina in this one. Give me the Pirates.
All right, Zach.
You would like the Pirates.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nate. Give me the Pirates.
All right, Christian.
That's two people who likes the Pirates. Will.
Some of these bowls are so hard to pick. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, they are.
I'm gonna go Boston College.
All right. Up next, we got the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl, number 20. Houston Cougars coming in 11-2, going against the Auburn Tigers 6-6. Give me Auburn to pull a shocker here and get the win against Houston Cougars. Nathan, what about you?
Yeah, so they're coming into this game. They got Bigsby back. TJ Philly will be the quarterback. I just don't see
Celeste.
Yeah, give me Houston, man. Auburn's lost too many weapons on that team, and Chavez played a big part. So yeah, give me Houston in this.
All right, Zach.
Sorry, I was dealing with an issue. What's the bowl game?
Auburn,
Houston.
Give me Houston.
All right. Celeste, hello. Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it as always. I know you're probably upset your boyfriend Bum's not on right now. Hopefully he'll come on later on where y'all can chit chat back and forth. I know you missed the interaction. We'll go with Willie B.
Man, so honestly, in this one, I had Auburn pick before. You guys just said that Bo Nix is transferring to Oregon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, with Houston catching 2.5 points, I would definitely take the 2.5 at this point. And I would probably switch my pick from initially picking Auburn before that news broke to Houston at this point. As much as I freaking hate that pick, I absolutely hate Houston.
I know.
Almost as much as I hate the Vols, and even more so after yesterday because of all the the hillbillies that were making stupid comments on Twitter. But
hey, man, just real quick. If anybody doesn't follow Will on Twitter, it's @4SSM Willie B. Him and some Vol fans were in some heated interaction yesterday on Twitter, man.
it was
I
fun.
was driving back from Fayetteville, so I didn't get a chance to. But boy, when I got home, man, it was hot, buddy. I was loving it.
They were the ones dropping insults. I'm just talking stats, and they want to insult everybody. So I just didn't stoop to their level.
It was so funny yesterday. So funny yesterday.
Yeah, it was fun.
But
Sorry, I
up
didn't mean to
next-
keep hitting buttons. My bad, y'all.
oh, you're good, man. Up next, we've got the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl between.
I didn't pick.
Oh, my bad, Christian. Go ahead.
I think Auburn's going to beat them just because I think they match up. They match up pretty well, from a physicality standpoint with Houston. Houston's a pretty physical team, but I don't think they've seen quite that defensive line of Auburn. Auburn's always got a good defense. I think the defense will keep it close. I think the offense will do just enough. I don't think Auburn's going to light it up against Houston, but I think they'll be able to score enough points. But yeah, it's definitely going to be. It's not a huge upset, but I think you got to call it an upset right now at this point.
Oh, I mean, when you look at I'm just saying based sheerly off records alone, 11-2 versus 6-6.
Yeah,
that would be an upset. Yeah. I think Auburn's physicality is going to play a factor in this game. I really do. Up next,
Hey, Wes.
Give
me 2 seconds. I got to give a shout out to Celeste Penny. She runs our Twitter, but yesterday she invited me out. She was one of the ones that invited me out to the ball game yesterday. Spent an entire day at Simmons Bank Arena. The shenanigans, everything. It was great for the situation I'm currently going through. I needed that. So big thank you to Celeste and the Hogettes that I got to hang out with. So
nice. Very nice. Celeste, we appreciate you watching and your support. Like I said earlier in the show, we wouldn't do it. If we didn't have fans like you guys, it'd be really hard to do this. Up next, we have the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. Air Force 9-3, Louisville 6-6. Give me Air Force to get the win in this game. Willie B, what about you, man?
Yeah, I got Air Force in this one too. I know they're only catching 1.5, but I'll take Air Force.
All right. Zach, what about you?
I'm going to stick with the service branch, although I'm going to make fun of Air Force every chance I get because I'm an Army vet. But give me the Air Force.
All right. Nathan, what about you?
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to pull for Air Force in this one. I'm going to go Louisville. Cunningham will come out and play his game like he always does. So give me Louisville instead.
All righty. Christian, what about you?
Yeah, I'm not the one that'll just pick service academies just because. I think Louisville's actually gonna beat them straight up.
All right. Up next, we've got the AutoZone Liberty Bowl from Memphis, Tennessee. Number 25. I'm sorry, no, they're not ranked. Mississippi State comes in 7-5. Texas Tech comes in 6-6. Give me the Mississippi State Bulldogs to get the win in the Liberty Bowl over Texas Tech. Nathan, I'll come to you.
Yeah, so since this is a battle between State and Tech, and Mike Leach's old Texas Tech team.
It's the Mike Leach Bowl.
Yeah, it's a Mike Leach Bowl is what you need to call it. But it's going to be at the Liberty Bowl, the Autozone Liberty Bowl. I will not say the other name that needs to be added to it. I'm going to call it the Liberty Bowl. Give me the dogs in this one. Mississippi State pulls off a big victory over Texas Tech.
Yeah, I think it'd be a big victory for them for sure. Will, what about you, man?
Yeah, so I feel about the same on this one. I've got Mississippi State winning. I mean, I know they're a 9.5-point favorite. I would also, I don't know. I don't know enough about Texas Tech's offense to know whether or not I would do this, but I feel like that 59.5, I would take the over on that just because I feel like that game's going to be a shootout. I mean, just looking at the coach that you're talking about at Mississippi State, but yeah, I've got Mississippi State winning. I might take that 9.5 points that Texas Tech is catching, but I would definitely take the over of 59.5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the Mississippi State offense, Zach, I mean, they can throw for 545 yards and run for 2.
Right, but keep in mind, when Will Rogers throws more than 400 yards in a game, they are like 2-4 on the season. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to have to keep that in mind. Yes, they can air it out. That air raid is starting to click. But if he's got to throw more than 400 yards, look out.
I think they'll be able to run, too.
Take that over.
Here's my question, guys. If Mississippi State beats Texas Tech, do you think Texas Tech will finally pay Mike Leach what he deserves? I think they owe him for something. Because he came out and was like, they still owe me for this, and this.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
I don't either, but it'd be fun to talk about. Let me
just because
man, this is tough. Give me State, and Will Rogers doesn't throw for 400, and they get the win.
All right, Christian. What about you, man?
Does Texas Tech still run the air raid?
No, it's more of a spread. It's not really air raid.
I just think Mississippi State's a pretty solid team. I know they're 7-5, but that's nothing to be ashamed about, especially as strong as the West was this year. Yeah, I think Will Rogers will be able to throw definitely on Texas Tech's defense, but I also think they're going to be able to run the ball too. I think it's going to be a balanced attack. You don't necessarily have to throw it all over the yard against Texas Tech because they're not really known for stopping the run or really playing much defense at all. So I got Mississippi State.
All right. Up next, we got the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl, and that is a long, daggum name for a bowl. But it is between the 8-4 UCLA Fighting Chip Kellys and the number 18 9-3 NC State Wolfpack. 7 p.m. kickoff on Fox. Just to let y'all know, give me UCLA to get the win in this game. I feel like Chip Kelly, that win against LSU was big for them this year. They struggled a little bit, and then he got it going at the end of the season. I think he's building something nice out there on the West Coast to be able to compete with the now Lincoln Riley USCs of the world. Give me UCLA to get the win in this game. Will, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna take NC State. I've watched them a little bit this year, and they've really looked tough to me. I hadn't really seen a whole lot of UCLA. I know they've got a pretty good record at 8-4, and obviously they've got a great coach. But I think I'll take NC State to pull this one out and cover that 1.5 they're laying down.
All right, Zach, what about you?
Give me NC State.
All right, Kristen, what about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of like Will. I haven't seen a whole lot of really either team, but probably a little more of NC State than UCLA. Another tough game to pick. Really, it's hard to pick sometimes these out of conference games. But it's pretty interesting to watch how they match up against other teams. I think the ACC is a little bit better than the Pac-12 this year. I just think the ACC is a better conference, and I just think NC State's the better team.
All right, Nathan. What about you?
Yeah, give me this matchup's gonna be a good matchup, guys. UCLA had had a pretty good season this year, surprisingly, and they're getting Dylan Gabriel through the transfer portal, so that's gonna be a big pickup for them in that offense they got. But I'm not gonna go with them. Give me NC State in this one.
All right. Up next, we've got the guaranteed rate bowl between 6-6 West Virginia, 8-4 Minnesota. Give me the Minnesota Golden Gophers to row the boat and get the win over West Virginia. One thing, Christian, you just talked about it. A lot of these matchups are matchups that are not necessarily quote unquote dream matchups, but they're kind of fantasy matchups where you can see two teams that wouldn't typically play each other get a chance to line up and see who's the better team. And I think that's one reason I love bowl season as much as I do, is because we get those that fantasy feel to college football in a sense.
Yeah.
Christian, what about you on this one, man? West Virginia, Minnesota.
Yeah. I got Minnesota in this one. Once again, I look at the conferences. I think the Big Ten is just a better conference, and I think it's going to show. I like one thing about these bowl games is it really does show which conference is the best conference. It is kind of hard to tell with the opt-outs and all that, but I think for the most part, the bowls reflect, who's got the better conference. So I think Minnesota should be able to host in this one.
All right, Zach, what about you?
Give me the Minnesota Golden Gophers, or the Mole Rats, or the whatever they
Rats. The Mole Rats? No, they're the Golden Gophers. That's their mascot.
Beavers, or whatever they are.
Will, what about you? It's the Mole Rats.
Well, I know if somebody else were here right now,
Good God, no!
That's exactly how they talk.
they'd be throwing out the Minnesota talk, okay? But no, I'm not picking Minnesota, man. West Virginia, I think they're a little better than their record. Not that they're the best team in the country by any means. They're 6-6. But I'll take the 4 points. I'll take West Virginia in this one as the underdog.
All right.
How do West Virginians talk?
I don't know.
It's a weird combo, man. It's kind of like it's a little southern, but it's got like a mix of Ohio in it. It's jacked up. If I could do it, I would do it.
He says it's jacked up.
It's
Nathan, what about you?
Inbred. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably something similar to
The Hills Have Eyes. Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Okay. So if it was golf or if it was hockey, I'd go to Minnesota all the way. But it's not. I'm going West Virginia. West Virginia's got a lot better teams, and everybody overlooks them, and that's fine. I mean, heck, they got a bunch of good wins this season against a bunch of great teams. So I'm going to go with West Virginia.
All right. Up next, we got the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. 8-4 SMU comes in against 6-6 Virginia. Give me SMU, even though they don't have a new coach. They got Rhett Lashley's now their head coach. I think it's a great hire for SMU, great fit for SMU. Give me SMU to get the win and get it going under Rhett Lashley. What about you, Zach? Is Zach asleep?
I think so.
What the heck? Can you hear us?
I don't know. Christian, what about you?
This is at Fenway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I might tune into this one a little bit. I'll go with. I got SMU.
Okay. Will.
Hello?
Hold on.
We got you. We hear you, Zach. Yeah, so, man, this is kind of a tough one. I mean, this is another one of those games where I feel like my hatred for a team gets in the way of my thinking. Because I really, being a Memphis fan, there's really like three. There's actually probably about 12 teams I really hate, but like, the three right now are Houston, SMU, and UT. But yeah, we'll say
you hate the whole American conference.
pretty much, Zach. Pretty much. Yeah.
Plus UT, Ole Miss, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we could get into this, but that's a whole different show.
Yeah.
But anyways, now I know again, this is another one. Virginia, they're 6-6. They are favored by 2.5 in this. I mean, I feel like it's my hatred that's picking for Virginia. But yeah, I'm going to go with Virginia in this one.
All right, Nathan, what about you?
So this is played in Boston at Fenway Park. Boston. Give me I don't really care about either team. SMU had a lot of faith in you. You are awful, god awful. You might as well call you all the Houston Texans. Y'all can't win a big game to save your life. Give me
today.
Over Jacksonville, does that count?
No, the ones you're thinking of is the Detroit Lions beating the Cards today. That was surprising.
Hey, I put $50 on that. I put $50 on that.
Did you really?
On the money line, baby. Woo!
Give me Virginia in this one.
All right, Will is feeling some type of way right now. Zach, what about you, man?
I didn't hear the matchup originally. Who were we picking? SMU?
Virginia.
At Fenway Park.
Pack the card, have it, yeah.
Weirdest football stadium in the world. Oh wait, no, that's baseball.
It's Boston.
It's one of those. It's one of those West that you got to look at and you just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Virginia over SMU.
It's a wicked pizza.
It's a wicked.
It's a wicked pizza.
All right. Up next, we got the New Era Pinstripe Bowl. That's also being played in the baseball stadium, by the way. I believe. Maryland takes on Virginia Tech. God,
Dude.
what a game. All right, we can just roll through this one quick if you want to. I'm going to take Maryland. Zach?
Maryland.
Will?
Yeah, I'll go with Tua's brother.
All right. Christian?
I got Virginia Tech.
Ooh, all right. Nathan?
Give me the Ninja Turtles.
Who?
Which one?
Ninja Turtles.
All right. Up next, we got the Cheez-It Bowl. Man, they'll give anybody a freaking bowl.
Yeah. I would love to go to that bowl.
What's his reaction to that pick? Who?
Yeah. All right. The Cheez-It Bowl between number 19 Clemson and Iowa State coming in at 7-5.
We need to have our own bowl.
Yeah, we do. We really do. They'll give
Four stars.
They'll give one to anybody.
4 stars Sports Media Bowl.
Hell yeah.
2024.
$500,000. They'll put your name on anything.
For how much?
$500,000.
Oh, I'll cover that next year. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Sweet. All right. Clemson, Iowa State. Give me Clemson to get the win here. Nate?
Give me that Bowie. Give me that Bowie and Clemson.
All right. He turned into a Cajun there for a second, I felt like. Zach, what about you?
Dabo! Give me Clemson.
All right. Will it be?
Yeah, only because my girls like when I can say his name. I will pull for DJ Uiagalelei in the Clemson.
Man, you say that flawlessly, by the way. All right. Christian? I don't know.
DJ Uiagalelei.
There you go. He knows.
Are you taking them too?
I'm not even going to try to pronounce it.
Clemson.
All right. Up next, we got the Valero Alamo Bowl between number 14 Oregon and number 16 Oklahoma. Oklahoma comes in 10-2. Oregon comes in 10-3. Give me Oregon to get the win in this game. I think it's going to be a nice game, though. Give me Oregon to get the win. Will, what about you?
Yeah, both of these teams, they're both losing coaches, but I feel like Oregon – I feel like they had probably, they're probably going into it a little less hurt than Oklahoma as far as how Lincoln Riley left. So, yeah, I'll take Oregon and I'll take the points.
Okay, Zach.
Quack 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 quack.
All right, Christian.
Oklahoma.
Really? Okay. All right. Nice. Nathan, what about you, man? Oklahoma or Oregon?
Don't really care about either one. Both of them lost the coach.
Checking the boxes off.
Let's go with this. Oklahoma.
All right.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got the Battle of Carolina in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. North Carolina versus South Carolina. Both came in 6-6. I am very excited about this football game, fellas. This is going to be an exciting one to watch. Give me Shane Beamer and them daggum Cox from South Carolina to get the win. Zach, what about you?
I can't even take a pass. Come on.
All right. Christian, what about you?
South Carolina.
All right. Nathan?
Who's in this one? North Carolina, South Carolina?
Yeah.
Give me North Carolina.
All right. Will?
Yeah, I'm like you, Wes. I like this matchup. I think it's cool when you got, two kind of like state-to-state rivalries going, especially in a bowl game. Both of these teams, I mean, it's a toss-up, but I think I like Mac Brown's squad and North Carolina a little bit better in this one. So I'll take North Carolina to win, but I would take that 9.5 points that South Carolina's catching.
Okay. I mean, all right, look, Zach, here's the thing. Back in the day, man, I know Will remembers this, and I know Nathan does too. You would go to Lids and you'd buy these hats, and it would say, like, they were plain as hell, but I loved them. And it would say Cox, and then under it would say South Carolina.
I still have one.
Yeah, or it'd say Beavers, and it'd say Oregon State. Or, they have numerous
that?
ones. Yeah.
That's what that dude's hat was last night, because he had one. There was a guy at the arena last night during the Arkansas basketball game that had a hat that just said pigs on it.
Hogs or pigs,
yeah.
Pigs on it.
Yeah, I still have my Cox hat somewhere.
Yeah, man. There's so many.
Grade, it was the coolest thing in the world.
Hell yeah, it was, man.
I had a hat that said cock on it. It was great.
Exactly. Yes, or Beavers. I had the one that said Beavers, and I
we could have hung out together and just done Cox and Beavers.
Right.
Yeah, I also used to do the same thing. I also used to do the same thing on NCAA 14. You would do the mascot game, and I would do the Cox and the Beavers. Yeah. The guy's name's Cocky. He's their mascot. But Zach, what about you, man? North Carolina. Sorry, North Carolina and NC State, man. North Carolina versus South Carolina in the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Give me the Tar Heels of North Carolina.
All right, North Kakalaki. All righty, up next, we got the Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl between Tennessee coming in at 7-5 and Purdue coming in at 8-4. Give me the dadgum Boilermakers to boiler right over the Vols. Screw Tennessee. Go ahead, Will.
Yeah, you hopefully you guys see my message that I just sent in the private chat, but based on my my back and forth with some UT fans yesterday on Twitter, I'm definitely pulling for Purdue in this one, even though Tennessee's laying 4.5. I really hope that they get routed so bad that maybe they just completely dismantle their football team. Like maybe they lose by 50, maybe lose by 80. I don't care. I just hope that they lose and they lose bad. I'm pulling for Purdue in this one. They showed up in a lot of big games this year. I hope they just completely curb stomp Tennessee, to use one of Big Bad Bum's phrases. But I just completely just demoralize them. Send them home. Send them packing from Nashville. It's not that far. They're getting another home game. Just a bunch of pansies up there in Knoxville. They can suck off for all I care.
Lord have mercy.
All right. Woo, hot takes tonight, buddy. Hot takes tonight. Willie B is fired up. Tennessee is with a match. Hey, here's my question, Will. And all that bullshit yesterday with them, did you gain any followers?
I think I did a couple Memphis followers. No UT
there
followers.
You go. There you go. Hey, it don't matter. As long as they're following, it's all good.
But that's the thing. Even in the UTSA game when I was commenting on that and we lost that game, I gained UTSA fans in that because I'm not out there talking trash. I just talk sports. Right. But it was really funny. You saw the true colors, especially that ugly ass orange, come out yesterday on Twitter. Whew.
Yeah,
those folks were fired up about a game that didn't even get played, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. We're going to dive into that this week on The Point here on the 4-Star Sports Radio Network. Thank you to everybody listening right now on 4star.live, everyone watching right now, 4-Star Sports Media, Facebook, YouTube. Also, over there at Inside the Hog Pen with Razorback Zach. Thank you to everybody watching and listening. We appreciate it. We're also live right now, like I said, on 4star.live. Head on over there for all of our content, all of our shows, all of our articles as well. We're going to speed it up here. Up next. Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
Tennessee, Purdue. Hold on. Tennessee, Purdue. Purdue. Zach, what about you? Tennessee, Purdue. You take Tennessee. I'm kicking you off the screen.
Because I cannot pick that nasty burnt orange. Screw Rocky Top.
It's not even burnt. It's like
orange, man.
It's bright orange. It's
ugly,
jail
it's
orange.
Nasty. It's nasty and it's checkers. So get it out of here. Give me.
If you ate too many orange Tic Tacs and vomited everywhere, that's the color orange that is.
Yeah, man. It is jailhouse orange.
Give me the mustard bottles.
You're taking Tennessee? Okay. I was about to say I will kick you off the screen.
I'm talking about Tennessee. No.
Okay. All right. Christian, what about you, man?
So I've never really liked Tennessee, but this year, like,
If you take them, I'm kicking you off the string.
I feel like they've exposed. I mean, I never really understood how crazy these people are, and just, classless and everything like that. So I think I'm not slightly. I don't really want to see them win a single game. I mean, I don't have a reason to root for them. I mean, I think they should win this game, but I'm picking Purdue anyway.
Okay. All right, Nathan, what about you, man?
All right, what's this bowl game even called?
Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl.
That's a lie, Wes. That's a lie.
No, it's not. It's called. I'm looking at it. Huh?
Mustard Bowl. That's what it's called now. It's a mustard bowl. Bring your mustard out. And if anybody grab me some mustard, I'm almost out of mine. So just ask the Tennessee fan nearby. They always waste it anyway. So need some mustard over here at the house. But give me good old Purdue.
All right.
I kind of like Purdue anyway.
All right. Up next, we got the Chick-Fil-A Peach Bowl between. Oh, by the way, guys, we're picking all the games except the New Year's Six. We'll pick those this coming up week. Trying to run through them real quick. Up next, got number 12 Pitt 11-2 versus number 10 Michigan State 10-2. Kenneth Walker III just opted out for the NFL draft. Good luck to that young man. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Who you got, fellas? Give me Pitt, even though they don't have Kenny Pickett. Give me Pitt.
Yeah.
Zach, what about you?
Give me Pitt. Give me the Panthers.
All right. Will.
Yeah, I've liked Pitt a lot this year. I'm going to take them and that 2.5 points they're catching.
All right, Christian.
Yeah, the opt-outs kind of make this game almost unwatchable. I mean, that's just the reality of it. I mean, without Kenny Pickett and Kenneth Walker, I mean, what do you have?
Yeah.
But I'm going with Pitt.
Okay. All right. Will, what about you, man?
Did I not just pick? Yeah, I picked
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Zach?
He picked.
Nathan?
I picked.
I'm going with Penn State.
Who?
Who's playing in this one?
Michigan.
Penn State.
It's Pittsburgh and Michigan State.
The Trojans and the
the Trojans and the Panthers. This is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Got a condom or a cat? Pick one.
Spartan.
Well, I got 4 kids, so a condom never worked. So give me.
Yeah, I'm proof of that as well, sir.
It's the Spartans, by the way.
Hold on. We're turning down left field way too fast here, and our viewers are going up by the second, which is great. But this is getting good.
Going off the rails here, fellas.
Oh man, it's all good. Go ahead, Nathan.
Give me Michigan State. Give me Michigan State.
I got so much audio work to do after this show of clipping comments people's made. All right. Oh Jesus. All right. Up next, we got the SRS distribution at Las Vegas Bowl. Wisconsin 8-4 against Arizona State 8-4. Give me the Fighting Herm Edwards in Arizona State to get the win. Zach, what about you?
Give me Herm Edwards and the Sun Devils. Go ahead.
All right, Willie B.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'll take Herm Edwards and those guys playing to win the game.
All right, Nathan, what about you?
Yeah, I'll take Arizona State too.
All right, Chris.
Wisconsin.
Oh, okay, all right. Don't be different. That's cool. I like it. All right, up next, we got Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Number 17, Wake Forest comes in 10-3 versus number 25, Texas A&M, who just had the number one recruiting class in the country, by the way, coming in at 8-4. Give me – this is a New Year's Eve game, by the way, fellas. I'm sorry. Yeah, New Year's Eve game. Give me Texas A&M to get the win. Christian, what about you?
A&M is going to destroy them.
Okay, all right. Zach?
As much as I don't want to pick, because screw the Aggies, we kicked their ass this year. Give me A&M, dude. SEC, especially SEC West against Wake Forest. Wake Forest doesn't have a defense. A&M and A&M big.
All right. Willie B?
Man, I'm picking. I know you guys are making some really good arguments for Texas A&M, but I picked Wake Forest, and the only reason for it is because they're Texas A&M's quarterback's leaving, and that's the only reason I picked Wake Forest. I think they might.
Where did he end up going?
I was reading it earlier.
Calzada went to.
He's gone. It's another SEC school, right, or is it not?
Yeah, it's like South Carolina or something. No, it's not South Carolina.
No, because Rattler went to South Carolina.
Rattler went to South Carolina. Is it Florida? Maybe somebody. Yeah. It's something like that.
No. Max Johnson went to A&M.
Yeah, Max Johnson. Now that's a nice pickup by A&M. Speaking of A&M, that's a nice pickup by Jimbo Fisher.
I don't think so.
If you couldn't get Bo Nix, you go get him. I think that's a great pickup.
I agree. I don't think that pick's going to work out.
So Calzada has only entered the transfer portal. I don't know that he's actually made a decision yet.
Okay.
But he has entered the transfer portal, and I was reading that earlier. That's the only reason I picked Wake Forest in this. They're catching 4.5. I would at least take that 4.5. Only because they do have a really high-powered offense. Christian's right. They have zero defense whatsoever, which is the only thing that would worry me. But yeah, I'd take the 4.5, and at least in my initial pick, I had Wake Forest pick to win.
Okay.
Real quick, the reason I say that Max Johnson may not work out at A&M is similar to why I didn't think KJ would do well at Arkansas this year. He stands in the pocket way too long. I was talking to one of my LSU buddies, and he said that was his biggest issue when he was at LSU. He was not mobile, and he stood in the pocket way too long.
Well, I agree with that statement, but when you go to Texas A&M, you've got a guy like Jimbo Fisher, a guy like Daryl Dickey that you can get under their wing and learn from, versus being at LSU where you've got a first-time offensive coordinator, first-time defensive coordinator, and a head coach that really doesn't, let's be honest, really didn't honestly know what he was really doing. I think when you look at Texas A&M, that's a great fit for Max Johnson. His dad was an NFL quarterback. He's got the tutelage. He's got the knowledge. And then you put him with guys like Dickey and Jimbo, like I said. I think next year you can roll the tape back, but I think when you look at next season, Texas A&M is going to be a playoff possible national championship team because of him at quarterback. Call me crazy.
I'm not gonna call you crazy, but I will say this.
Cut that audio right there. I want that.
I'll call you nuts.
That's fine.
So this whole Texas A&M thing. Here's the thing. Calzada left because you had also King, who got hurt last year towards the beginning of the season, which is Jimbo Fisher's. That's his golden boy. Then you got Max Johnson coming in. And, of course, anybody that's heard the story, when Max Johnson left LSU, his brother left with him. His brother's tight end.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure his brother's going to A&M with him. But the only thing is I don't see Max Johnson. I see Max Johnson playing a little bit, but I think King's going to take over the whole – he'll finish out the season.
I feel you, Celeste. Celeste said I'm going to call you crazy just for the heck of it. That's cool. Hey, I like it. Folks called me crazy at the beginning of the year when I said Michigan was going to be right here where they're at. But I'm not being cocky, I promise. Up next, we got the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Guys, the names are getting worse.
I'm sorry, real quick. Is Spiller playing in this A&M game?
I don't know.
All right, give me A&M. I'll take A&M on it.
Okay. Up next, we got 7-5 Washington State versus 7-5 Miami. Yeah, she said sure. Give me Washington State to get the win in this game, and that's I like the Mario Cristobal hire. I don't like how it was handled with Manny Diaz. I feel like if you're anybody that's going to the University of Miami, you just literally watch them throw a guy under an 18-wheeler, drive the 18-wheeler over, back up because you had to fix the load because it wasn't right, and then drive the 18-wheeler back over Manny Diaz again. And I hope Manny Diaz goes to Penn State and works his ass off. And I think that's a great hire by Penn State as well. But give me Washington State to get the win in this game. Will, what about you?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I feel like they definitely did Manny Diaz dirty in Miami. I understand Cristobal is a Miami guy. They wanted to bring him in down there. And that's great. It's probably going to be a good hire for them. But I think that Diaz still had something to prove there. And I think they kind of cut his time short considering they kind of started to come on towards the end of the year a little bit. But, yeah, I've got, Wazoo's catching 2.5. I'll take Wazoo to win. I'll take that 2.5 points.
All right. Nathan, what about you, man?
Yeah. Who's this one?
This is Washington State and Miami.
Miami, Florida, not Ohio.
Right, yes. The U, all right. Zach, what about you?
This ain't Jimmy Johnson's U, bro.
All right, the U, all right. Kristen?
Miami.
All right. Up next, we've got the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. Central Michigan coming in at 8-4, taking on Boise State 7-5. This will be also broadcasted on Barstool. Shocker. It's their bowl. I figured they would broadcast there. So head over to Barstool to watch the Barstool Bowl. Up next, let's see. Give me you. Very interesting matchup here. Two teams I don't know shit about. Give me Central Michigan to get the win here. Will, what about you?
Man. Yeah, that's a tough one too. I don't know much about either team really. And Central Michigan has a really stupid mascot. It's like
Chippewa.
They're called the Action C or something. I just looked them up because I wanted to see at least what their mascot was.
Chippewas.
Yeah. It's a Chippewa.
Chippewa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to call Indians stupid, that's fine. But they're the Chippewa.
No. I love Native. No, they're not even Indians. They're Native Americans. Ask Elizabeth Warren. She knows all about it.
Oh my God! You didn't. Oh God.
Anyways, no. I will take the Chippewas in this one because I myself am a 16th Native American. I've got a little bit of Creek Indian in me, so I'm going to roll with the Chippewas on this one. I've got a little more Native American in me than Elizabeth Warren, and we're going to take those. We're going to take those 8 points for Central Michigan.
All right. Christian, what about you, man?
Boise State.
Okay, Zach.
Let's see. I've got a lot of Native American in me, probably more than double what Elizabeth Warren has, maybe even triple. So give me the Chippewas.
All right, Nathan.
Give
me Boise.
Okay. All right. So, guys, what we're doing is we're picking all the games but the New Year's Six. So, remind me of what those are just so I make sure I don't do it. All right. So, up next, we've got Penn State.
That's all. That's a 6 bowl.
Is
No,
it?
it's not. No, it's not.
That's the Outback Bowl, fool.
That's
that ain't
what they
no
were,
damn.
That's what they were saying on the radio. That's a New Year's Six.
It's
I'm
on
just telling
New
you what I
Year's.
heard.
It's on New Year's Day.
It's on New Year's Day, but that ain't no New Year's Six game, I don't think.
It's not.
The messenger.
That's news to me if it is.
It is. Major news to me. All right, well, then we'll skip down here.
It's not. It's not.
No, we can pick it.
All right, Penn State Arkansas, number 21 in the country, coming in at 8-4. Penn State coming in at 7-5. It is the Outback Bowl. It is also the first time that these two teams have ever met on the playing field. This is an article that needs to be written from someone sometime, somewhere. This is a great matchup, I think. Give me number 21, Arkansas, to get the win in this game. Nathan, I come to you next, man.
Yeah, two great teams, two great offenses, two great defenses. See, Arkansas, I will say this about Arkansas real quick. Arkansas is one of the teams I have picked to dominate in the West, along with Ole Miss, A&M, and Alabama next year. So I'm not going to pick the Nittany Lions, so I'm going with the Boss Hogs in Arkansas.
All right, Willie B. You're muted.
Dang
He
it.
just said woo pig
I
suey.
did a woo pig suey and nobody even freaking heard it.
Do it again. Do it again. I love it.
It was probably terrible.
Go ahead.
Woo pig suey.
There we go,
Oh, that
man.
We got to work on that, but I like your effort.
Hey,
I'll give you an A. for
I've
it.
never been up there for a game, but I'd love to come sometime.
Well, come on,
yeah.
buddy. You can come over here and we will go to a game, man. I
Hey.
promise you.
I got you.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'll make a
Hold
trip,
on.
man.
Hey,
I'll
Will-
bring my fly fishing gear too.
Will has never been to an Arkansas game, so we're going to have to change that for him.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna have
gotta
to
do
get him.
that.
We're going to have to get him.
We'll
Get him
it's
at a game.
We'll make it
Get him at a
it's a
game.
work trip. Work trip.
Yeah, exactly. Work trip, no doubt. All right.
So I'll take that.
we'll
I'll
go-
take that +2. I'll take.
I mean, we are going to play Memphis in what, 2 or 3 years?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Memphis plays them starting in 2025. They play.
That's
over
a great
here.
reason to
They
watch
play
it.
here. I
Heck yeah.
told my wife that we wouldn't go to that game because that's going to be just really hard.
That's grounds for
go.
divorce there, Wes.
No, it ain't.
Just go, man. It ain't that serious. Like, ain't nobody
I know,
gonna be talking crap. I don't think it will be that bad.
All right. Celeste said I'll try and work my magic. So, Will, it sounds like we're already.
Hey,
we're already on
Wes,
the right
let me
path
tell
here.
you,
Hey, I'm ready.
she's got some magic, man. She's got some magic. Trust me.
I'm ready. I'd love
Nice,
to go to one of
nice,
those
nice.
games.
All right. So, Will took Arkansas. So, we'll go with Zach. What about you, man?
I got a question for all of y'all and for all of our fans. What are the 3 most dangerous words in all of college athletics?
I mean, to me and you,
Pig suey, baby. Give me them hogs, baby.
All right. Zach, do you have a prediction for this game? Like score-wise?
Oh, man.
38
2
to 10.
touchdowns. Give me Arkansas 38. Give me 17 to 21 for Penn State. I just
Okay.
don't think Penn State can handle Arkansas's running game right now, or the passing game for that matter.
Okay. All right. Christian, what about you, man?
so I don't feel overly confident about this game. I'm not, if I'm being realistic. Just simply because Treylon Burks is a huge part of our offense. But the one thing we've got going for us is we had nearly a month to prepare.
Yeah.
So maybe we can get some guys practiced up because we have some pretty decent receivers. They really didn't get a chance to shine that much this year because of Treylon Burks, and just really good player. It sucks that he's not gonna be able to play, but I'm not one of those fans that are has any bitterness towards him. I mean, the guy doesn't owe us anything really. I mean, he gave it, he gave his all for us this year. And why would you want to play in a bowl game when you're going to be a first round pick? And the game, I wanted him to play, but he didn't. But with all that being said, Penn State's a pretty good football team. I don't know a lot about them. I've got Arkansas in a close game, but they're going to have to figure it out. They're going to have to figure out some things on offense to be able to move the ball because Penn State does have a pretty good defense.
Yeah, they do. And, I mean, then, you bring in a guy like Manny Diaz now. Of course, I know he's not coaching in the game, but I think that he can impact this game. And I think that's a lot of – when you look around the country at all these coaches that have moved on, a lot of the hires that these guys make, I think it's important for the team now and in the future because this coach can come in. The players' heads may be down. Okay, we're in a bowl game, blah, 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 but we lost our coach. Okay, a guy like a Billy Napier comes in to Florida. I think Florida's going to be a little more motivated than people give them credit for. Now, obviously, I didn't pick them to win the game, but I still think they'll be motivated with the future of a guy like a Billy Napier. Same thing with the Manny Diaz for Penn State as well on their defense. I think that's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. And I think both schools are going to be very excited to be there, and both fan bases. I expect Arkansas to travel really, really well down to the bowl game. Up next, we've got the VRBO Citrus Bowl between number 15 Iowa and number 22 Kentucky. Iowa comes in 10-3, Kentucky 9-3. This is another good matchup that I'm really excited for. Iowa got throttled in the Big Ten championship game, but that defense is still pretty daggum good, guys. And that Kentucky offense is, when it's rolling, can put up points in a hurry. Give me Kentucky and Mark Stoops to get. Mark Stoops to get the win in this game over Iowa. Nathan, what about you, man?
Oh, give me the Wildcats.
All right. Zach.
Sorry, I've just got breaking news onto my phone. I'm reading this article right now. Something happened last night at Verizon Arena at Simmons Bank Arena. What was the matchup? I apologize, Liz.
Iowa, Kentucky.
Give me Kentucky.
Okay, Christian.
Yeah, I like Kentucky. I just think they ended the season stronger than Iowa. Even though Iowa did make it to the Big Ten championship, they just did not. They did not look good at all. I think they're going to have to definitely come to play to beat Kentucky. Kentucky's got a good defense. Their offense is more than capable scoring points.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I got Kentucky in this game.
All right, Will.
Yeah, I'm with Christian on that one too. Iowa, they've got a solid defense. They have for the majority of the year, aside from the couple losses or the 3 losses they got. I think that, an SEC offense against their defense is going to be a little more prolific than what they're probably used to in the Big Ten. So I'll take Kentucky in this one and the -3 they're laying.
All right, Jonathan Sturdivant, who's watching. Thank you to everybody watching right now. Facebook, 4-Star Sports Media, Facebook, YouTube, and also Inside the Hog Pen, Facebook. Also, everybody listening right now live on 4star.live. Jonathan Sturdivant said Iowa because they get turnovers. They do get turnovers. Their defense.
They didn't get very many against Michigan.
They did not get very many against Michigan, and when they don't, they're in trouble. Up next, guys, last game of the night. We'll be back this week to pick the New Year's 6 games. That's going to be exciting. Last game of the night is the Tax Act Texas Bowl. Who comes up with these names? I really want to know that.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
I really want to know.
Probably
LSU.
Warren.
LSU comes in at 6-6. Kansas State comes in at 7-5. This game's on January the 4th at 8 p.m. Give me LSU to get the win in the bowl game to end 7-6 on the year over Kansas State. What about you, Nate?
Yeah, so this game, I'm gonna take one off of old Brian Kelly. Well, you guys, I think we gonna be ready for this season and everything without fake southern accent. Give me the LSU Tigers because I'm Brian Kelly and I developed a southern accent when I stepped into Louisiana.
Him and his family. Will,
me and my family would love to try some gumbo.
Goodness gracious.
Will, what about you, man?
Yeah, I'm only because I'm not a Brian Kelly fan. I'm kind of hoping that maybe this is their last win for a while. But yeah, I got LSU winning this one plus 2.5. Go Tigers.
All right. Zach, what about you, man?
I don't know what to think right now, but hey, whatever. Give me the LSU Tigers. Sorry.
Look, Zach, go watch Brian Kelly when he talked to the players.
No, I saw it.
Ridiculous.
I saw it, and it just no.
Hey, y'all haven't seen the little dance party he did where he's in the room.
Oh yeah, he got the quarterback in there.
He's got some smooth damn moves, man. Like you want to talk about some drip? He's gonna be getting some folks to LSU like that.
He's opening club down.
All right, so there is a clip. It's a Twitter. It's like him and this player on this thing that goes around in a circle, right? And Brian Kelly's like doing this and like pointing. Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Christian, what about you?
If we're looking at, we're focusing more on the teams, I'm gonna have to say LSU's defense is going to control this game. They're sick. They went 6-6 this year, but I'm telling you that defense is really good.
They are.
I don't know what they're going to do on offense. They're going to have to figure something out. But I mean, I just don't. I don't see Kansas State being able to physically match up with LSU. I really don't.
Alabama took cornerback. He's transferred to Alabama. Then the wide receiver, there's talk that he's coming to Alabama too. Booty.
Yeah.
Yep. There's talk that he's coming to Alabama.
Yeah, and there's going to be there's mass exodus all over the country right now. We talked about it the other night. I mean, really, and a lot of it, you see a lot of players that come in and they're like, okay, well, I'm going to decommit. Well, they're not necessarily decommitting. A lot of times it's the coach is coming in and reevaluating under that new staff is coming in and reevaluating and saying, okay, well, this guy's just really not necessarily the fit we want. Or they've got their eye on this guy in the transfer portal and they've got this kid. Let's go get a transfer portal kid that can step in right now and make an immediate impact versus a kid that we may have to work with a year or two to get to where we want him to be. It's hurting the high school ranks. I've talked to the high school coach here numerous times. It's killing high school football. I used the stat last week on the show. In the transfer portal, just at the D1 level, the number is right around 40%. Go somewhere and play. 40%. If you look at all levels, that number drops down to a little bit less than 30%. Players that are in the portal will go to another school and play.
Well, I think everybody needs to go look at what Lane Kiffin said about the transfer portal.
Oh,
they're going to go where the money's at.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
it.
Where the money's at.
Nothing's changed. It's just legal now. Let's just be honest about it. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
The recruiting has not changed. Now, what did change was the young man that went from Florida State to Jackson State. That was a seismic shift in the recruiting of college football players from here on out. And I love it. I absolutely love it. The young man went to the school where he wanted to go, where he wanted to get an education first and foremost.
Level in the playing field.
Level in the playing field. But
there was more to that.
Who the hell wouldn't want to go play for Dion Sanders? And everybody said that there was this $1.5 million deal. Here's the thing, guys. We don't know what these deals are. We're just going off what's told. Nobody sees a contract. For all we know, there is no deal. Dion Sanders said there is no deal. Do I think Dion Sanders is a liar? No, I don't. I think Dion Sanders is brutally honest, and I love that about the man. But here's the thing about the NIL that everybody gets all up in arms about: Quinn Ewers, Bryce Young, all this other stuff. We haven't seen a contract. We don't know that these young men are actually signing $1.5-2 million NIL deals. So we're just going off what we're being told, and I think that a lot of college football fans are getting up in arms over something that why? What's the point of getting up in arms? I mean, Trey Knox, for example, signed that deal with Wright's Bacon Company.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how much it was?
No.
No, we don't.
Exactly. I mean, I'd like
to sign a deal with Wright's Bacon though while we're at it.
Damn right. Damn right.
I mean,
hey, Wes, real quick,
ahead.
and I got to step off. Top of the hour, I'm going to be on College Football Talk with Jonathan Lewis representing 4 Star Sports Media. Everybody tune in on that. on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean it's nuts. Hold on a second. Jonathan Sturgis said $30 million. Who signed a $30 million NIL deal?
Who? Wright's Bacon?
I want to see a contract. I mean, everybody talks about these NIL deals and how it's ruining college football, and it is. I feel like it is in a way ruining college football, but
there's no way that Wright's Bacon is.
He said I was kidding. Okay, all right. But thank you to everybody.
It is some good bacon.
It is really good bacon.
$30 million. God.
Yeah, Jesus. It ain't that good. We'll be back this week, guys. We're going to come back in and pick the college football playoff and the New Year's 6 games. That'll be a lot of fun. We will let you know as soon as we get that scheduled out. You'll get an alert on 4-Star Sports Media and everywhere else that we are. But, guys, once again, thank you to everybody listening. For Willie B down there at the bottom, Razorback Zach over there, Christian Johnston, Nathan Wilson, I am Wes Pruitt. Brandon Bumgarner also was not on, but I'll go ahead and shout him out too. Wes Pruitt, be sure to top of the hour, go check out Razorback Zach on that show. And, guys, we thank you to everybody watching and listening on 4-Star Sports Media, and we are out.
Go home.